Hello, Christmas Flicksers. Welcome back to season 4 of Chicks on Christmas Flicks, where we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. I'm KL Brady, and I'm back. I am so glad to be back doing the shows again for season 4. Can you believe it? I've been doing this for 4 years almost. I started during the pandemic, I think. And so, gosh, think about it. We're 4 years out of the pandemic. That is like incredible to think about. So I guess I should probably catch you guys up really quick before I dig into today, because I am so excited about today. You guys know why I'm so excited. Christmas in July is back, and have I got a show for you. I'm just going to really talk about what I'm watching and what will be coming up later on in the season. So I'm just really happy to be back doing the show. Anyway, so to catch up really quickly, of course, my plate runneth over, like way over. So I was serving in a leadership role on a really big deal at my job, which means my time was not my own. And I have, oh gosh, that deal, it was we were supposed to be done in February, and we did not finish until almost May, maybe after May. I don't know. It was like May, and then immediately I left one deal and I got dumped into 2 other ones. So work has been insane. In the meantime, I've been doing so many updates on my house this year. It required a lot of work, and then a lot of work from coordinating contractors and stuff like that. And then actually me digging in and doing a lot of work, from updating my kitchen a little bit, not fully, but a little bit, doing some work on the deck, some new carpeting, a new front door, just like a lot of stuff. That's not even all the stuff. And then the big thing is my dad is moving in this week, at the end of this week, maybe early next week. So before July. So that's been a thing. I have an in-law suite. Hallelujah. Thank God for buying a house with an in-law suite before I needed it. But, I still had to do a lot of updates because I've been in this house almost 20 years. I can't believe it. So anyway, I had to do a lot of updates to the in-law suite. So I've gotten that ready. So between with the crazy work and then crazy stuff at home, and then also still writing and trying to finish up, I have hopefully two Christmas books coming out this year in December. So with all that going on, you guys can just imagine how come I've gotten so far behind on this show. But I am so grateful, like I said, to be back and to be back and doing the show again. I'm really excited. So I'm just really happy to be back and doing Christmas in July. I know I've missed like a lot of the beginning of the year, but we kind of get trickles of information about Christmas movies coming out this season. I've seen a few updates. I have some more updates coming up in the news section. Some kind of surprising news for me personally. But anyway, so we'll get there. If you haven't already, please check out the final wrap-up shows, the 2 wrap-up shows with Brittany at Hallmark Enthusiast 247. We had so much fun talking about the season wrap-up show and our favorite movies for the 2022 season that I ended up having to cut the episode in half because we went on for like a really long time. So you will get a first half and a second half of that conversation in two episodes. Anyway, so now we're coming around to the big. It's like the first time I've done this in so long. I feel like it's a big deal to me. It's probably not a big deal to you guys. But first things first, always the Saint Nick shout outs. Now, you know, I always love to begin the show with shout outs to listeners. I mean, that's my tradition. I'm truly thankful. I mean, I can't even put into words how thankful I am that you guys continue to listen, that people have continued to listen to the program, even while I have been off, have taken some time off. But I've told you guys, I am not going to quit doing this show. Even if, if life happens and I have to, turn it off for a few weeks till I get everything back kind of, into the right flow, right? I'm still going to do the show because I love Christmas. I absolutely just love Christmas movies. And so for that reason, for the love of Christmas movies and for the love of wanting to share Christmas movies with people who want to listen to me talk about Christmas movies, I'm going to be here doing the show until the wheels fall off, literally. And I'm just glad that you guys, take time out of your busy schedules to squeeze me in, or that you squeeze the show into your busy schedule. Anyway, so this time I am not doing the full out St. Nick shoutouts. Those will be coming back in at the start of the Christmas season in October. But until then, I definitely want to shout out some cities that have been giving the show love over the time that between, the end of the last season and now. And we're getting ready to ramp up for Christmas in July. So I'm really excited. Like I said, picked 5 listener locations. Remember, I don't know who you are, but I know where you live. Number 1 on the list is New York. New York. Thank you so much, New York, for listening and checking in over the summer while I have been on break. I am so grateful for you guys stepping up. Number 2 on the list, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm so happy. Thank you, Phoenix, for joining in the show and listening in. Appreciate it. Number 3 is Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas, hey! I have family in Texas. I actually have family in. No, I don't have family in New York. Do I have family in New York? I don't think. Yes, I do have family in New York. So I've got family in all these locations. It's crazy. Ashburn, Virginia. Number 4. Thank you, Ashburn, for listening in. I am so grateful. And number 5 on the St. Nick shout out list is Bolton. That's Greater Manchester, England. England, guys. One of the top listeners for the program. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys listening in while I've been on break. I mean, I'm truly grateful. I'm so grateful. I can't even tell you. I know, like I keep telling you guys, yeah, I'm going to show my gratitude by having all this stuff. But it's not for like want of not, like doing my little giveaways and stuff. It's crazy. My life has been nuts. Like I wish I had like a break where I'm not actually having to do something or have, it's like I've either just finished something or I have to get ready to do something else. I can't even remember the last time I've been in a situation where I don't have anything. There's nothing either. I've been sitting around doing nothing, or there's nothing on my schedule, so I can just sit around and do nothing. Like, I don't remember the last time that's happened. I probably need that more in my life, but I am trying. Hopefully you guys are too. realizing how valuable life is, especially after getting through the last few years, and taking some more time to spend uh, taking care of yourself, self care, taking care of your family, doing whatever you need to do to be happy. Because at the end of the day, that's all we got. So hopefully this show adds a little bit to your happiness. Anyway, next up is ho 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 holiday headlines. Okay, so listen. Don't think that because I've not been busy dropping episodes left and right that I haven't been following the news. Albeit loosely, I will admit, I have been actually following the Christmas movie news and things that have been going on so that I'm not so completely behind when I got ready to start the shows. So, from this point forward, I hope to be much, much more engaged in the TV Christmas movie season shenanigans that'll happen, between the show and on Twitter. But I do have a little bit of news I'd like to talk about. So the first big thing, of course, is going to be Christmas in July. Two new movies for Christmas in July from Hallmark. I'm so excited. So first of all, let's talk about Christmas in July this year. So we get July's Merry Movie Week, which begins June 24th. That is next Saturday. Actually, it's Friday night at 11 p.m. And so that's when we'll get Christmas movies all weekend long. And then starting Monday, Christmas movies will begin at 5 or 7. It depends on the day, right? So at 5 or 7 p.m. on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, we will get our Christmas movie fix for 2 or 3 movies a night until the Hallmark Channel starts Christmas in July on July 1st, at which time we will have Christmas all month long, and that will the movies will begin from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they will run for between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. for like 12. I guess that's like a 12-hour period, right? It is not 24/7 movies like I wish they would run, right? So we're still gonna get Golden Girls, Frasier, Reba. I see people complaining about when those things aren't on, especially Golden Girls. Like, oh gosh, if you take Golden Girls, man, that's a thing. Like, you cannot take Golden Girls, right? But they'll have the Monk and the Psych and Drop Dead Diva and the back-to-back movie stack on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I've tried to look ahead. I do not see any other channels participating in Christmas in July yet. So that may change, but as of right now, I have not seen another channel, at least for this first week. Maybe when July 1st hits, we'll start to see some other channels show a movie here and there. But there's nobody that's going to have this program like the Hallmark Channel. I looked on Lifetime. I even looked on GAC. Okay, there's nobody's holding Christmas in July or does Christmas in July like Hallmark, the Hallmark channels. Okay, so I'm really excited. Again, I've checked everywhere and I'm going to continue to check everywhere. It was funny. Up TV had like a Christmas, a royal Christmas kind of movie-a-thon back when King Charles had his the ceremony. I know I'm sorry, I'm having a senior brain fart. But you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so they had Christmas movies running that day, but they don't have anything for Christmas in July. So I found that very interesting. And GAC, which seems to be trying to run up behind, Hallmark for everything. Um, they're not hosting Christmas in July, at least for the first week. Now that may change for July 1st, but as of right now, I don't see anything in the programming schedule. So, anyway, that is Christmas in July, the Christmas in July news. That's where you're going to see the programming. You're going to see it on the Hallmark channels. Hallmark Movies and Mysteries for Merry Movie Week, and then Christmas in July on the Hallmark channel. I don't even see any program on Hallmark Drama, and I have all the channels. So, so I'll update you. I'll be broadcasting weekly through July, or through Christmas in July at least. So, I will update you if I see anything else on the schedule, but as of right now, that's it. So, on to the new movies for Christmas in July, right? First one is A Royal Christmas Crush. Now, this movie premieres July 8th, and so that's the week after the first week, right? So there's the first Saturday, Christmas in July, July 1st. That next Saturday, A Royal Christmas Crush premieres, and it stars Katie Cassidy and Stephen Huszar. I hope I'm saying his name right. So anyway, here's what I found interesting. So, in addition to this being like a new Christmas movie, and so I'll give you the backstory, the premise of the movie in a minute. These two are a romantic couple. Did you know that? I had no idea. Let me tell you, there is so much love happening at Hallmark in front of and behind the cameras, apparently. But anyway, so Katie Cassidy, and I saw their pictures because, I kind of went down that rabbit hole when I saw the news pop up in my my Google alerts. I still get my Google alerts. And so when I saw this news pop up, I said, oh. So, of course, I did my my rabbit hole run. And so, yeah, I found out they are quite the adorable couple. So I absolutely cannot wait to see. I hope we get to see some of that chemistry on the screen. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so Katie, the girl, plays Ava, a new employee at the Royal Ice Hotel. Huszar plays her love interest, the Royal Prince. Cassidy is well known for her role on Laurel Lance on Arrow. I've never watched Arrow. And Huszar, of course, we know Steven. He's done so many Hallmark movies, both holiday and not. He played Luke on Chesapeake Shores. I love Chesapeake Shores. I really missed that one. And then he had guest roles on in a lot of stuff, so we know him. But we get another summer royal treat. So I'm excited to see this. And then I'm kind of excited to see Steven play a prince, which I don't think I've seen him play before in the past. And then the Christmas reboot would be premiering the week after The Royal Christmas Crush on July 15th. So this brings back together a couple from another Hallmark Christmas movie, Heart of the Holiday, that starred Vanessa Lengies. I hope I'm saying her name. I'm probably butchering her name. And Corey Sevier, right? I love him. I love him from so many things. But one of my favorite movies of him, and not a lot of people share my love of this movie, but I love it, is Four Christmases and a Wedding, which was a Lifetime movie, but it was so cute, and I loved him in it. So I'm really excited to see these two come back together in this movie. It's a classic Careful What You Wish For story. As this married couple, Renee and Aaron. Renee Renee's Christmas wish for a dream life comes true. The only snag is that she's no longer married to Aaron. I think we've heard about this one before. I want to say Nikki DeLoach and Aaron and Andrew Walker kind of played in this a Christmas Dream or a Dream Christmas or something like that. But so that's what it sounds like to me. But we'll watch and we'll see what it looks like. This is this is what happens when you watch as many Christmas movies as I do. Sometimes they sound alike, but then you end up watching them and they don't sound so much alike. Okay, and so in the next piece of news, which is going to be a quick piece of news because I'm not going to go through all the movies, is that Hallmark's got 12 movies locked in for Christmas this season. Now, we know there's the big writer strike happening out in Hollywood, and 100% support writers because I am a writer, even though I'm a writer of novels and not Hollywood scripts, at least not yet. You know, maybe someday, but not today. But anyway, so I'm always supporting writers. I understand the work that you put in to the work, and sometimes you don't get credit or compensation, credit or compensation to the extent that you hope or wish or want or need. So I'm wishing the best for everybody involved in that situation. However, Hallmark's got 12 movies locked in so far. Thank goodness. They filmed a lot of them kind of early. So I don't know if we'll be seeing like the full slate of movies that we would expect from Hallmark, the 40 plus movies. And if they don't have the movies, then I am sure that there's going to be fewer movies across the other networks. But we'll see how that all goes. But I'm excited about the 12. And I know one of those is Bethany Joy Lenz, who is going to be in A Biltmore Christmas, which I'm very excited about. That's like one of my number one movie for next year so far, of the movies that I really want to see. So anyway, so there, the writer's strike is going to have some impacts. I think time will tell how much of an impact, but a lot of our favorite networks and streamers already have movies completed. So it'll be interesting to see what the lineup looks like as we get closer to, September, October, and we get to see the actual lineup. Okay, so this news kind of sucked. Well, there's no other way to say it. It just kind of sucked. And kind of took me for a loop. But I don't know how many of you follow Sleepy Kitty Paw on Twitter, but she was responsible for really, she made it easy for me to kind of stay up to date on Christmas movie updates because she provided daily updates on Christmas movies. Apparently she worked in TV production at some point, and so she had insights and reports into the TV movie production schedule, and she is signing off. She has given up this Christmas movie business just for lack of, it's not her passion. So I understand that. It is my passion. It's my passion. It's just, time. It's like if I had all the time in the world, the number of things I could get done, but you have to prioritize those things that are like paying your mortgage and keeping your electricity on and putting food in the refrigerator. Those kinds of things, unfortunately, you got to prioritize. You can't do everything. So, but I am definitely going to be turning my attention more to Christmas movies. And with so many Christmas podcasts out there and so many people participating on Twitter, I think that we will fill in the gap, but she will be very missed. So I don't know if she listens to this podcast, but if she does, thank you. Thank you for all you've done. You've made my life easier over the years. It just means that, I'll have to put a little more effort into keeping up with things. So it was interesting, though, that she had, at the end of the season, she had talked about, like, what networks were really doing well and which ones weren't. And so, of course, Hallmark and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries was killing it. Like, is killing it. Not a shocker to me, right? I watched the movies. I could tell, like, I think that was my number one. That was my number one network last year, just on the quality of movie content that we got from them. She said Lifetime is taking a dive, and I would say that if Lifetime is taking a dive, to me, it is not on their made for Lifetime movies, right? It is the stuff that they buy to fill in the gaps, the stuff that is not original to Lifetime. To me, that's where it falls off a little bit. But for the made for Lifetime movies, like, quite a few of them ended up on my top 15 list, top 20 list last year. I think we did top 12 on the show with Brittany, but if I had to do a top 20 list, easily a good chunk of those would be Lifetime movies, because I really loved the Lifetime content last year. But there was a difference between the movies that they purchased and the movies that they made. Big difference. And then another station, or another streamer, which is doing really well, is BET. And I would say that's probably not a surprise to me. I think that as diversity includes so many different cultures, which is good. I'm not complaining here, but there's less emphasis on finding diversity in Black families, but BET Plus is there to pick up what's not being picked up on the other networks. So you still get it. You just gotta subscribe. One of my friends, Tiffany Warren, her movie with Neo, gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now. It's failing me. My memory's failing me. I just saw it the other day, but her movie is being submitted for an Emmy. So I'm really excited. There has, as a matter of fact, I saw an article, although I didn't get a chance to read it, but I did see an article, and I did save an article about more TV Christmas movies and TV Christmas programming being submitted for Emmys. So I'm really excited about that, because that used to not happen, like, ever. And now it's happening. So, gosh, I mean, this Christmas movie market is just getting off the chain. I hope it only gets better and better. I hope more people watch, and I hope there's more of a demand for it, because they're always going to have demand from me. If nobody else, and hopefully everybody that listens to this show there will be demand. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so then the next piece of news, and I have one more after this before I get into Christmas and July programming and what we're watching for week 1. Okay, but first I want to talk about Enchant holiday events. So it's a Hallmark affiliated sponsored event. I posted a bunch of pictures on Twitter last year. So if you haven't, just look up hashtag Chicks on Christmas Flicks, and you will see my Enchant pictures from last year. But there are, so they're doing Enchant again this year, but they've changed the cities, which kind of blows, because there's no cities that are close to the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. But I can tell you, if Enchant comes to your neighborhood, go. It is just a wonderland. If you love Christmas lights, Oh my gosh, you have to go to Enchant. It is like twinkly light heaven. Honestly, and I bought so much stuff. I have so many, and including a snow globe, which I still have. I'll post a picture of my snow globe if I have it. I'll check online and see. But I bought a snow globe from Enchant. I'm telling you, it was such a good time. So the cities this year, so far that are listed, are Las Vegas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, San Jose, California, Scottsdale, Arizona, and St. Petersburg, Florida. So there's really only even one place on the East Coast, right? And the rest of them are kind of like in the Midwest to West. But I have to tell you guys, if you have a chance, if you have the opportunity, if it's near you, go. Go, 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 go. Go. Get your tickets early and go. It is such a wonderful family experience. I mean, and it is truly fun for the whole family. I think I have an episode where I talked about that, but if I haven't and anybody wants to hear like the details, like about the maze and all of the uh, the displays, and just it was so much fun. It's even the food was fun. Like, where is it that you go where the food is fun? Like they served drinks, like alcoholic drinks, although very light on the alcohol, I will say. Not heavy on the alcohol at all. Super light on the alcohol. But they served them in these like light bulbs. Like twinkly light bulbs. I still have mine. My son, he had a soda in his. And so we have two of them. It was just fun. That's all I can't even say it enough. It was so much fun. Okay. So go see Enchant Holiday Events. Go, you can find it online. I'll post the web address, because I can't think of it offhand. I think it's enchantchristmas.com or something like that. But I will post the web address so you guys can go. But oh my gosh, if there is one like Chicks on Christmas Flicks event, that's the one. And you need to go. Like I would sponsor that like all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Okay. And for the last piece of news before we get into, oh no, I have another piece of news after this. Yeah. So first of all, Great American Christmas. Just want kind of hit my Google alerts, but they have 21 movies coming up this season, right? Including, which this is the reason why it actually caught my eye. The Christmas Waltz 2 is coming up on, and I love The Christmas Waltz with Lacey Chabert and Will Kemp. Okay, like, love that movie. I didn't even start out like really loving that movie, and then I just ended up loving it. And like every time it comes on now, I have to watch it, right? But it didn't. I didn't start out with that love. But anyway, I really can't see anybody but Will Kemp and Lacey Chabert in those roles. Sorry, but GAC brought the rights to the official Christmas Waltz 2 because it comes from the writers of the Christmas Waltz 1, and that is going to star Jen Lilly and Matthew Morrison. So we'll see how that is, but that caught my eye for that reason. The Christmas Waltz 2 is not going to be a Hallmark movie, it's going to be a GAC movie. So I just want to put that out there. So in this last piece of news, another piece of news, because, I went down the couple rabbit hole, right? Did you guys know this is another Hallmark couple? I had no freaking idea about this. Alvina August and Marco Grazzini. are having their first baby together. Apparently they've been together like 6 years. I don't know, like a long time. Since 2014. So that's like 9 years. So they've been together 9 years, and maybe like a seriously committed to one another for 6 years. For some reason, I remember seeing 6 years or something. But Alvina August, if you guys remember her from Delivered by Christmas, I mean, I love that movie. Absolutely love that movie. And then Marco Grazzini, he was in one of my favorite movies from last year, which was Designing Christmas, which was on the Discovery Channel. I think it was HGTV or something. And he also was in Right in Front of Me, if you remember that, from Hallmark Channel, which I also love from him. So those two, there's so many Hallmark couples, and these are two that I did not know about: Alvina August and Marco Grazzina, and of course Katie Cassidy and Stephen Huzar. So wow, there Hallmark's the place for love, and more places in like I said, in behind the camera as much as in front of the camera. Anyway, so although I'm excited about that, guys, I'm more excited about getting into Christmas in July and what I'll be watching. Now, I have to be honest, okay? I got to be honest. You know what's going to happen at my house, because they're not running Christmas movies except on any other channel except Hallmark Movies and Mysteries on the 24th. So what'll happen is I'll turn my TV to Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, where it will stay until the 24/7 all night movie marathon goes off, and then at that point I will start flipping channels again. So for the first weekend, I can guarantee you my TV will be locked. Now, what will we see, and what will I be paying particular attention to? Okay, so Friday night, starting Friday, at 11 p.m. on Friday the 23rd, if I am awake, and it is highly possible, it's possible that I could fall asleep early and then wake up late. Christmas to Remember is the movie that will kick off Christmas in July. It plays 11 p.m. Friday the 23rd, 2-hour movie, of course, and it goes to 1 p.m., right? So, Friday, 11 p.m., Christmas to Remember on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. On Saturday, we have the Santa Stakeout. Now, you know I am going to watch the Santa Stakeout. I love Paul Campbell. Love. In like maybe an unhealthy kind of, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not unhealthy to stalk somebody on Twitter, but I'm just saying. So Paul Campbell, I love him. And Tamara Mowry Housley, also, I follow her on IG. And I always love her stuff. And plus, I love all her movies. So that is a new favorite for me, the Santa Stakeout. To me, together, they really can be no wrong. It's going to play at 3 a.m. and sadly, I'll be up. So if I'm up, I'm going to tweet out and see if anybody's up with me. On the left coast, it'll be midnight. So maybe somebody will be up on the left coast. But yeah, I'll probably be up. The next movie is The Northern Lights of Christmas at 5 a.m. with Ashley Williams and Corey Sevier. And of course, we know this is the one where Ashley inherits the reindeer farm. The reindeer farm with like 4 reindeer, right? I think it was 4. I don't know. It was like 2 or 4, something like that. There weren't a whole lot of reindeers for it to be a reindeer farm. But anyway, that lovely property in Alaska, right? And then she has to question whether she is going to give up all of that wonderful property for a job flying. as a pilot. Okay, so Northern Lights of Christmas, 5 a.m. Ashley Williams. You know I'm gonna watch that one. I will not miss a movie with either Corey Sevier or Ashley Williams in it. The next movie coming up at 7 a.m. is 5-Star Christmas with my best friend, my best Christmas friend in my head, Bethany Joy Lenz, and Victor Webster. Of course, we know. Let me tell you, this was one of the funniest movies. Like, laugh out loud, funny movie. And you know that doesn't like intentionally happen a lot on the Hallmark Channel. Like, they're all good movies, and they're not like laugh out loud, ha ha ha. Every time you watch it, that same joke gets a laugh. Movies. So, 5-Star Christmas, funny. I love that movie. And then, of course, two of my favorite actors, actresses, the actor and actresses from the Hallmark Channel are in it. Bethany Joy Lenz and Victor Webster. Hunka Hunka Burn and Live. Okay. So, that's at 7 a.m. Then, Love You Like Christmas comes up with Bonnie Somerville. She did The Holiday Engagement, I think. And then Brennan Elliott, who's been on like everything, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. He's been in Christmas movies. He does the fall movies with Lacey Chabert, who's, I can't remember the end. I can't remember the name of the movies, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, Love You Like Christmas comes up. I actually do love that movie. That movie has grown on me. It's kind of become one of those Christmas classics where, like, if I don't see it, then it's really not the TV Christmas movie season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And then from that point forward, after Love You Like Christmas, it is a time for everybody to come home for Christmas. Like, all those movies, I think there's 5 movies. They're coming on in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that is going to be it for Friday, right? I mean, for Saturday. So all the time for everybody to come home for Christmas, me to come home, you to come home, us to come home, blah, 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 blah. All of those movies are going to be running from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. So if you've missed it, then you can catch up. I missed one from last year. So I am for sure going to stay up, or at least I'm going to make room on my DVR and record the one that I missed from last year. But the rest of them I think I've seen. As a matter of fact, I know I've seen them. But there is one, the last one that came out last year, I did not see. There's a lot of movies last year because there was so much content on so many different channels. There's a lot of movies that I did not see last year that I will be watching during Christmas in July. All right, so on Sunday, here are some of the things that I will for sure be watching, right? A Gift to Remember comes on from 7 a.m. to 9. That's Ali Liebert and Peter Porte. Gotta love that movie, right? The guy loses his memory. The girl helps him find everything. That's everyday life. 2, Cherished Memories, A Gift to Remember 2 follows immediately after A Gift to Remember. So you get the back-to-back movies with Ali Liebert and Peter Porte. Love that. One of the movies, next up is one of the movies that was like a surprise to me that I wasn't expecting to like, and because I had a beef with Nikki DeLoach, and now I love her. We're back friends again, and because everything she's done since the thing that, I was unhappy with, she's been stellar. So, Cranberry Christmas, Nikki DeLoach and Ben Ayers, runs from 11 to 1. I love that movie. That was on a list of my favorites the year it came out. I think it was 2020, 2021. So good. Okay. From 1 to 3 is The Perfect Christmas Present, right? And then from 5 to 7, A Christmas Melody. And so we know that is Lacey Chabert. I think Brennan Elliott's in that one. And I want to say that's the Mariah Christmas movie, right? The Mariah Carey Christmas movie where she's in it. So after that is A Glenbrook Christmas with Autumn Risa and Antonio Cupo. Now, I love this couple in Love at the Thanksgiving Day Parade, right? One of my favorite, like, if I don't see it in the season, I am angry. Like, bad things will happen if I don't see that in a year. And I think I actually have it on DVD as well, so that if Hallmark slips up, that's okay, because I got it and I'll watch it myself. So I love them in that one. And so, that's a tough act to follow with that, right? But I still like A Glenbrook Christmas, but it's not the same as Love at the Thanksgiving Day Parade, especially because one is more dramatic than the other one, right? Anyway, after that, we have A Christmas on My Mind with Ashley Greene and Andrew Walker. Hello. And then A Little Christmas Charm, which is another Ashley Greene movie. That one I enjoyed. But I will tell you, this next movie I did not see. I'm really kind of bummed about it. But anyway, so Christmas Bedtime Stories. And I did not see that one because I thought it kind of looked sad, because it's kind of got that military storyline, and then the fallen soldier, and then the wife trying to figure out how to go on kind of thing. It just looked really sad to me, but I am going to try and watch it this year. Anyway, so I'm going to take a quick break, and then I am going to come back with the TV Christmas movies for Christmas in July for the week, Monday through Friday, okay? And I might even have some updates for Saturday morning on the Hallmark Channel. So
now
stay
available
tuned.
On paperback and in ebook, the hilarious romantic comedy The 12 Days of Christmas by USA Today best-selling author K.L. Brady. Both recovering from heartbreak, Gabby and Dave fall for each other after Dave sends a misdirected text message to the wrong woman. But it's a comedy of errors when they try to meet face to face. Murphy's Law strikes and they may never see or speak to each other again. However, Gabby thinks Dave may be the one, so she accepts the mission to unite them before Christmas Day. Now she's got 8 days and 12 days to find the man of her dreams. But Dave is hiding something. 3 big things. Even if Gabby finds him, will his secrets keep them apart? Rediscover all the joy and wonder of the Christmas season when you pick up this heartwarming story today. To find out more about the 12 Days of Christmas, visit klbradyauthor.com or pick up your copy at Amazon, Apple, Kobo, or Barnes & Noble today. And now it's time for Chicks on Christmas Flicks.
And we're back. Welcome back to Chicks on Christmas Flicks. In the previous segment, I kind of talked about the first weekend of Christmas in July. So now I'm going to get into the Monday through Friday, and I might even kick in a little information for how Christmas in July is going to start on the Hallmark Channel on July 1st. Okay, so starting Monday, right? We're getting 3 movies a night on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. So 3 to 4 movies a night on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, okay? And I just will remind you that every day I will be tweeting out the top chick picks of the day, okay? At least the top 3 movies, the top 3 chick picks of the day. And for the week, because there's only going to be 3 movies a day some days, it may just be all the movies that are playing that day. That's fine. But I will keep you up to date on what's coming out so that you'll remember. So make sure you tune in to Chicks on Christmas Flicks with all X's, because that is where you're going to find your daily updates and you'll know if something is coming on that you really want to watch. Okay. So on Monday, starting at 7 p.m., 3 movies a night, We've got Karen Kingsbury's Maggie's Christmas Miracle. I really do love that one. Jill Wagner and Luke McFarlane. Um, then we have A Godwink Christmas, Miracle of Love. Miracle of Love, right? So not Meant for Love. At first when I saw it, I thought Meant for Love. Um, with my man Ben Hollingsworth, right? But it's not that one. It's the one after that one with Catherine Burrell and Albert Frazier. Okay, and let me tell you something. Catherine Burrell is becoming one of my new faves, right? Like Mallory Jansen, like she's one of my new faves, Catherine Burrell. So I hope they star her in a bunch of movies coming up. But she was in a movie that is on my DVR right now, A Tale of Two Christmases. It was one of my favorites from last season. So I am excited to watch that Godwink. That Godwink, when I first saw it, honestly, because the first one was so good and then Meant for Love was so good, it's been hard for anything to really follow up, kind of follow those two movies. But I actually like this one. This one's growing on me more and more. So, especially because I like Catherine Burrell. So, anyway, A Godwink Christmas, Miracle of Love. That's going to be the second movie on Monday. And the third movie, which I have not seen yet, shame on me, is The Gift of Peace with Nikki DeLoach and Brennan Elliott. This is another movie that I was kind of scared to watch because I thought it might be too sad. And, I got a recent history, and my mother passed away. My grandmother passed away a couple of years ago, so it's not easy for me to see anything about death in movies. But I am going to try. I think I'm coming out of my funk, so I am going to give that a shot on Monday. On Tuesday, we have A Dream of Christmas, which I just talked about a little earlier with Nikki DeLoach and Andrew Walker. And The Christmas Promise with Tori DeVito and Dylan Bruce. That was I thought it was going to be sadder than it was, because we meet Tori, she's kind of in a depressed state and somebody helps bring her out of it. But that movie actually ended up not being as sad as I thought it would be. And then one of my favorite movies from last season, We Need a Little Christmas, with Erica Durance, Patrick Sabangui, and Lynn Whitfield. Loved that movie. If you hadn't seen it, you want to record it or watch it. Okay? Just saying. That's a good one. Yes, it's kind of a heartstring tugger, but it's a good one. All right, on Wednesday, we've got 4 movies. So the movies start at 5 p.m. And we've got Christmas in My Heart at 5 p.m. A Family for Christmas. I think this is the one with Lacey Chabert, that she. And then we have a Maple Valley Christmas at 9 p.m. And then we have A Small Town Christmas with Ashley Newbra and Christopher Palaha. Love them both. Two of my Hallmark favorites. And I love that movie as well. Very cute movie. On Thursday, one of my favorite movies from the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel, along with The Christmas Secret, which is not the one that's playing, but it is The Christmas Note, which are based on books from the same author, I believe, right? So The Christmas Note begins at 5 p.m. One of my favorite movies ever. I will for sure be watching this one, A Veteran's Christmas, with Eloise Mumford and Sean Ferris. We love them. They both starred in A Christmas with Holly. So I love that movie. I love them together, and I love that movie. Then after that is Long Lost Christmas with Taylor Cole and Ben Ayers. I'll admit I did not see that last year. I'm probably going to watch that one. And then The Holiday Stocking, which is not to be confused with the Christmas stocking, right? This is the Holiday Stocking with the diverse cast, and we have Tamala Jones and McKelty Williamson. Okay, I did not see that one either. The shame. So, Thursday, I'm going to be locked in from 5 p.m. all the way to the end. And I will let you guys know next weekend what I thought of all the movies that I haven't seen that I really wanted to see. All right. On Friday, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. With Trisha Helfer and Eric Mabius. You guys know that. He's a postable. We love him. And Trisha Helfer, she plays in another movie that I like, Finding Christmas. So I'm really excited about that coming on. No, listen, they've had this on Hallmark Movies Now for a while, but it's been a while since they have played this on TV, and I know why, but I'm actually glad that they are bringing it back. North Pole opened for Christmas with Lori Loughlin, Bailey Madison, and Dermot Mulroney. Okay, so I am super excited about that one coming back. I really missed that movie, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. I don't know if any of you guys have been. Every now and then, like my movie will, my channel will get stuck on the Hallmark Movie and Mystery channel where I just don't flip for a while, and so I've been seeing that they've brought the garage sale mysteries back, and so I'm looking forward to seeing North Pole back on there. I've seen it on Hallmark Movies Now, but it's good to see it back on regular TV. So, and then we have 5 more minutes, and 5 more minutes, moments like these. Okay, got that. Okay, so then Saturday, July 1st, this begins Hallmark Christmas in July on the Hallmark Channel. Okay, so on Saturday, July 1st, we have Undercover Holiday with Naomi, I think her name is Naomi Gonzalez, and Stephen Huszar at 10 a.m. Okay. Christmas at the Plaza with Elizabeth Henstridge and Ryan Pavey at noon. The 9 Lives of Christmas, one of my all-time favorite forever and ever and ever, still on my DVR movies, with Kimberly Sustad and Brian Routh, I think, at 2 p.m. The Sweetest Christmas with Lacey Chabert and Jonathan Adams. That is coming on at 4. And then we're going to skip ahead a little bit to 3 Wise Men and a Baby. Hallmark's, I think, it was like the #1 movie from last year for the Hallmark Channel, with Paul Campbell, Tyler Hines, and Andrew Walker. Love that movie. So look forward to that at 8 p.m. on July 1st. Listen, guys, I know if we're not watching any other movie, we're going to be watching that one. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Twitter for that one. And then the last but not least is My Grown Up Christmas List with Kevin McGarry and Kayla Wallace. Now, I love these 2 actors to death. I love them together. They are a couple. Hello, did you guys know that? That they are a couple. I think that happened from When Calls the Heart. Did I tell you I started watching When Calls the Heart? I had a beef. I have to tell you guys about my my issue with When Calls the Heart, but I am watching it now. Like, I'm a faithful Hardy now. I have been redeemed. So I'm super excited to be watching that. But I had a beef with this movie because, in every Christmas movie, I think we all expect to suspend a little reality, right? But this required for me much more. And, you guys know my background, and I worked for the military. And with one simple, tiny tweak, they could have changed one tiny story point and made this so logical, and that people like me who had the military background would not have been blowing holes in it the whole night, because I was on Twitter and everybody was like, no, sorry. And here, do you guys want to hear the simple tweak? The simple tweak they could have made to that story. Okay, so Kayla Wallace basically played kind of a journalist, and Kevin McGarry kind of becomes the story, but he is active duty and he had to go off on some duty, and so as a journalist, for many reasons, she ended up going where he was deployed to. We know that a civilian is not going to get sent into a deployed area where they're doing some like super sensitive operation. Like every military wife probably was, threw up in their mouths a little bit when that happened. But the simple tweak they could have made to the story is just making her a military journalist. Simple as that. Then it would have made a lot more sense to say that she recently got out of the military because she was a military journalist. And then if they deployed her, well, at least she's had that background. Simple tweak would have made that so much easier, So if you're out there and you need to hire me as a consultant to fix those little story things, please don't hesitate to reach out. Anyway, just kidding. I know nobody's calling me, but anyway, I just found that funny, and that was one of those things where I really got stuck and couldn't enjoy the movie because of the story point. And I was like, it's such an easy fix. Like, why didn't they ask me? And it's because I'm nobody to them. I guess. Anyway, so that is going to do it for today. Please keep an eye out for the Daily Top 3 on Twitter and Instagram. And stay tuned because we've got so much more. I will be back next Saturday or Sunday with the lineup for the next week and everything that you need to watch for Christmas in July. So I'm very excited. Thank you to my music and show editor, Will B. He created all the custom music for this show. He's at Wildcard Music, and you can find his IG page in the show notes. A link to his IG page in the show notes. Until next time, remember, at Chicks on Christmas Flicks, we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a review on your favorite platform, and tell your Christmas movie loving friends about the show. Where can you find us? I'm so happy you asked. Podcast platforms including Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, and many, many more. A link is in the show notes. Follow us at Twitter at Chicks on Christmas Flicks with all X's, and IG Chicks on Christmas Flicks with all X's. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week, guys. So glad to be back. Thank you for joining for the kickoff for season 4.